Hello, everyone. Dear comrade, greetings. Good morning. My name is Wada Abigail Choma. I've been following a lot of messages on this forum, and I think it's time we let everyone get to understand how a procedure or process of doing things need to be. A lot of us too are administrators. If you're not an administrator in anything, you will not be able to know anything. It is from the very beginning, it is very wrong of our chief of staff to pronounce this dissolution of the Bridge cabinet on the podium of a convention. A convention that was gathered by not just Biafrans, but people from different walks of life. At least we can see the white men in our midst. We can see the Cameroonian. We saw other people who are there, who just came, who are not even Biafrans. You don't open yourself up, telling them you're dissolving your cabinet on the podium. It is very wrong. To dissolve a cabinet, you have to meet with your cabinet. You will deliberate, you will review, you will hand over, you will do a lot of things, and it's a process. And within you and them and your cabinet members, you will tell them that this cabinet has been dissolved. Myself, Abigail, I don't need to know whether your cabinet is dissolved. Moreover, you don't dissolve a cabinet that you belong to. If you dissolve a cabinet that you belong to, you have equally dissolved yourself. You do not have right to overwrite, or to issue statements over anybody, because that is the same cabinet you belong. So how this is done, how a transitional government is done, or transition of office, or transfer of office, or transfer of power, is this. Okay? Just like after this convention, the cabinet bridging members are supposed to meet. They're supposed to review their performance and their activities. If there is a handover note, some will start preparing them. If there are briefings and there are some other jobs left undone, they will be given time to tidy up and to meet up. Then this cabinet will still be sitting until a new cabinet is pronounced or made or produced. And to provide or to produce or make ready a new cabinet, you will have to source new members or old members who are willing to continue to serve in the new transition government will have to say, I want to. And these old members and the new members that will be sourced, maybe by application or by appointment, must be screened, and will be screened by the old members. Will be screened, will be confirmed, and make sure that the transition government, the people you're handing over to, are confirmed and ready to discharge the duty. Until this is done, you do not dissolve your existing cabinet. This is like handover of power. Like here in the United States, this was since November. Trump has been declared a winner. A new government will be coming in. So what do you think is delaying it? Why is it that the government did not just take over? No. They told you that they are in a transitional period until January. So we are talking about 2 to 3 months that this will take place. So it cannot be a sudden thing, and it is wrong for you to dissolve your cabinet in front of every Dick and Harry from different walks of life. You don't do that. It is a real big mistake Honorable Ngozi did, and that is where she got it wrong, and that is why we're having this problem. The problems that are having inside. So there is nothing like insubordination. She is only a chief of staff, and she cannot ascend into deputizing the position of a prime minister. Before the prime minister ascended to be the prime minister, the same cabinet chief, the same members of Biafrans, we gathered and we voted and said, you are the person who is going to be a prime minister. So if Ngozi Orabeze cannot automatically transmute herself to be a deputy prime minister, these same cabinet she turned or says she dissolved are the same people that will give her the power to act in the capacity of the prime minister. Meanwhile, her job as the chief of staff is like a coordinator in the absence of the prime minister, which she has failed to coordinate the cabinet. Instead, she abruptly dissolved them. Now, what do you mean to dissolve? To dissolve means go, you are no longer needed. So if you are a member of a committee, you are a member of a cabinet, and you dissolved the cabinet you belong, which means yourself, you are liable to go. You do not supposed to be there at all, and there will be a vacuum. You cannot dissolve a cabinet that you belong. You cannot, because if you do that, you are dissolved yourself. You must go. You must leave the stage. So this is the situation. It's purely administrative. It's purely administrative. She's supposed to do some consultation before she takes this route. Okay? So you cannot come here and say certain members and certain people. No, if you do not agree, you seek a way. Now she came up with some list of members that will be going into the transitional government. It is not done so. You don't do it that way. It is not done. It is null and void, those lists. You cannot select people to be in a transition government. It is the same cabinet members that you tend or said you have dissolved that's supposed to appoint them. And they will go through verification, screening, and before power will be transferred to them. Now come to think of it, let's say she now relieved Mr. Nkere of a job and gave somebody. Mr. Nkere has a report to make. She's supposed to hand over to whoever is coming in. But for goodness sake, how can Mr. Nkere do that if the cabinet he belongs have been dissolved? So for goodness sake, let's follow process. Due process is part of the rule of law. You cannot ascend power that you were not collectively enthroned or given to or endorsed. She cannot ascend to that power. It will mean absolute power. She is trying to gain on herself an absolute power, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that we cannot accept in the new Biafra nation we have just redeclared. So, brothers and sisters on this forum, I would like us to share this message to get to her. Let her go back to the drawing board and ask questions. Seek answers. Ask question, how do I go? What did I do wrong? But for me, she had gotten it wrong for announcing the dissolution of her cabinet right in the presence of hundreds of people that gather from all different walks of life. We don't suppose to know about it. You don't suppose. It's just like here coming to the United States of America, and after the election, President Biden will now say, I have dissolved members of Congress. I have dissolved my cabinet in the House. No, everybody already know the process, that it will take a process for exit, and one will exit, and many will be coming back. Those who want to come back will reapply, or they will be reappointed. That is how it is done. And it will follow the same due process of screening. Like many of them that have been appointed to come and serve in this Trump government will be screened by the Senate. So things are done like that. Now she does not have the government that's supposed to screen the new people coming in. So which means it is by selection. We cannot go back to the Nigerian system of selection, for goodness sake. We can't go back there. We want the right people on the right position. Now I can see on it Pharmacist Diana taking on the position of a finance minister secretariat. What for? What for? That is a misplacement of position. She has where she perfectly belongs that she can serve. And this goes on to many of them whose names appeared on that list. That is not the process. Even Pharmacist Diana knows that that is not the process. And I'm very sure or not sure, I could say that Pharmacist Diana does not even know that her name appeared under that secretariat. So, or she was not even consulted. So this is not how it is being done. You don't need to consult. Those who are willing to serve in the transition government will make themselves open and known. And that is appointment. And that is by credentials. You will screen them. And that is by application. I want to serve. All of that, you need to source members who are going to serve. And everyone according to your field of discipline. Because this is a transition government. This government will be the same that we have in the homeland. So we want people and professionals, those who studied, who are disciplined in their field, to pick up the position that they can do better and they can serve better, that they have advantage over others. And please, this is what we need to know. It's not about the next in line. Nobody told us that the chief of staff is the deputy prime minister. That decision had to be decided by the same cabinet she said she dissolved, which did not happen. So, Mr. Oster Okoro, I'm not talking particularly about you. I'm talking particularly about any other person who is confused with the system and the process of doing things. We don't want what is going up right now. We don't want the rift going on right now. We are in a serious situation. We are a government, and everything about government should be applied, should apply. We cannot be doing things like a mere group anymore. Everything about a government should apply from the beginning of leadership, how everything, election and everything must be the same. We must apply it. Thank you.
God bless you, my dear sister, my beloved. God is going to bless you abundantly. Biafrans, all these are the things that went wrong. And gịnị kpatara o ji wee nwee wrong? Why is it wrong? Because God's hand is inside. Our Prime Minister have built a solid foundation. You that will hear this voice message, will you allow it to happen? Which type of government do you want to build? Do you want to build cabals? I don't even know that my name was on that list. Somebody called me and began to congratulate me. I was not even consulted. So, you people that love light, because we are children of light, make the light shine. God bless you all. I don't want the video to be so long so that I can be able to post it on Facebook. Day one.